Hi and welcome to today's video, which is a July update for my project plan to use 23 items in 2023. I'm sat in bed because I've had knee surgery. I do sit out, but it's not comfortable for me to be sat whilst doing a video of any length. So I thought I'd sit in bed. I've got my PJs on, but I have got makeup on. I've done my skincare and makeup. So without further ado, I think I'll go through the item that I've got. Now, the first one I've had in since the beginning, it is Max Fix Plus, and that's where I'm up to now. And I use it every time I use makeup to put on my sponge and then use the final setting spray mist. Oh yeah, and it's nice enough. It doesn't give longevity to perfume, but it's just one of those things. It just helps perfume meld together. The next item is by Vivienne Westwood, and it's a flanker to boudoir, and it's called Mon Boudoir. So it's completely empty. It's frosted, completely emptied. This is discontinued. I do have another backup, which I'm going to open now and put on display, but this one, yeah, I'm glad to have that one finished up. I'm now rolling in another Vivienne Westwood one that I have a backup of also, and this is Boudoir Sin Garden, which is the first flanker or next version of Boudoir, which was the first one to be released. This one followed, and this is a greeny floral. Now it's discoloured, probably because there is white florals such as jasmine that tend to, particularly jasmine discolours perfume. Doesn't mean it's off, but it did take several years to discolour. Some can discolour in months, but it has been kept in the dark in a cool place. But I think that some of the top notes have altered, and some unpleasant notes of sandalwood are coming through now, so it's not my favourite. But like I said, this is discontinued, and it's quite rare now. But I've got a marker where I was up to. I've used slightly below that now because I've been using it a few days. Hopefully I'll get this finished by the end of the year, and then I can open up my spare. Then I have the next items I've got are some nail polishes. I put this in 2 or 3 months ago, and Essie Resort Romance, and it is a bit like a Barbie pink, so perhaps slightly more muted, but it's a cool tone, a slightly cool tonish pink. That's all used up, including the metal balls. You can't see much windowing in because it just sticks to the side, but it's all used up. And I thought I'd put in another Essay because it has leaked at some point. Got it on my nails today, and this one is, oh no, this is called Resort Romance. The other one I can't is Madison. And yeah, it is quite like a beach resort because it is a very bright coral. It's showing up as red because my camera is pulling blue tone, but it isn't. It is an orangey coral, and it matches my orangey coral lipstick, which again is pulling up orange red. But I've got a marker when I started there, just under the E, and I'm hoping to get that finished over the summer. Because I'll use it once or twice a week, a couple of coats, and hopefully by autumn this will be finished because I think it's lovely and fiery for summer. Then I have a hair product, and this is a Vida Botanical Repair that was finished in June. I'm hoping it did strengthen the hair, but it didn't leave it as soft as I would like. So instead I introduced Olaplex number 6. I've used it once or twice before it came in to this project, and I really like it. Although my hair is a bit matty because I've been lying in bed at times. Can you see how curly it is? And that is down to this. It does promote curls. I'm not saying if you have straight hair that you can expect it to curl, but I think it really has nourished the hair extremely well. It's a leave-in styling cream, so I don't style the hair, I let it do its own thing. So I wash, condition. I pre-treat, wash, condition, rinse, obviously rinse each, and then towel dry, and then I put a 5p worth, or you may see in America a dime worth, into the length of the hair and let it dry naturally. That's my preferred way of using it. So this was 130 grams when I put it in, and I've used it a few times. It's now 120 grams. Then the next item I have is Champagne Pop highlighter from Becca, and I use it as a base for highlighting powder, and I just use it on the brow bone. So where does it have here? Let me just think. Becca. Now, since the last time, there's been very little movement. There's two lines really close together, and that's the last one and this one. I mean, I haven't been wearing makeup a lot because I've been in hospital and recovering, so that'll be why. But I do use this most times when I'm wearing makeup, unless I forget. The next item I have is by Mina, and it's the BB cream, which although it's not, which is very very orange on me. I've managed to use it all up. I have a backup, which I'm not going to be using because I don't like it that much, because it is very orange, and it's only got SPF 15, so you still have to put a sunblock on underneath. So I'm glad that one's finished. I don't think this is available anymore. I haven't had it that long, but I think Mina discontinued it not long after they released it. And then I put in instead, I mean, Mina's from Spain, and the replacement is also a Spanish company, and it's Natura Bise, white, diamond white, sun protection. So there it is. So I'll put a bit on my hand. Now this was 60.5 gram. Now it looks quite a cool beige, unblended on my hand. And when you start blending it, it goes quite orangey. Now it's difficult to get the orange to show. It's showing a bit there, but it is a lot more in person. So it's SPF 50. So what I will do is I will either use some whitener, or I might use some. I might try and get a blue pigment, an oil based, or certainly a liquid or cream pigment, and that will knock this to a cooler shade. So I've used this once or twice, and it is a full sunblock, and this is somewhere around £100 for this, but I got it in a beauty box, so I want to get it used up before it goes off. But I will use it when it's very sunny, and we've had several weeks now, in fact nearly over 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks of rain with no, I don't think it's going to clear, but I like using this when it's sunny and if I'm out and about, but I'll endeavour to try and get it finished this year. The next item I've got is by Rimmel, and it's an eye pencil, and I use this on the waterline. So where I am here, I've got it here at Rimmel. Yeah, I won't put the pencil up, but you can see the lines there. So it's had steady use. I'm not sure I'll finish it this year because I only use a little bit, and it's very creamy. But I prefer it to the one that I was using, the champagne one by Galan, because I think the Galan one had dried up. This is really really creamy. Then I have by another creamy item. This is by Becca, and it's a colour corrector under eye, which I've got on today. I put it in, I think it was last time or the time before. There isn't a lot of use, and that's because when I've been using this very bright dark one, I used a darker correcting cream that wasn't a lot darker, but was slightly. This is quite a cool shade. I would say it's a peach, but it's a very very pale peach, and it is good for under eye. It has made a significant difference to my black eyes. You can see where the light hits me, can't really tell. If I do that, you can see a bit. But yeah, I like this, but it's discontinued. I've had it a long time, so it needs to be used up. Then the next one is by Terry, and it is Black Star, Ombre Black Star in bronze. So this is a lovely eye pencil. I use it over my eye look, and it's really glossy. It's reminiscent of ones by Laura Mercier and Bobbi Brown, and you do have some time to work on it. Now, can you see that looks quite a taupe rather than a bronze? But it does seem to warm up a bit in terms of tone the more you rub it in. But it does set down quite well. I really do enjoy it. And let me just see the progress. I don't think there was any progress. When I looked at it, there was no progress from the last time. So I've not been able to put another marker on. And there was very little progress between it and the one before. So that's where it is. Like I say, no progress, but I have been using it. Hopefully it will show next time. Then I have Tarte's Pro Glow, and I've used the contour shades. So I've been focusing mainly on the cream one, but I have used the powder a couple of times when I've powdered my face and forgot to contour. So it's only a slight change in that one. This one is what I'm working on. Can you see it's quite a deep crater? And yet I've not hit pan, and it's round because I use a sponge. I bounce a wet sponge on, and I've got it on today, but I don't use a lot. I can still smell the chocolate in the palette. So yeah, that is probably, I don't know if I'm going to hit pan on 1. I'd love to hit 1 by the end of the year. But if not, I'm not mad at it because I still like using this. Then the next item I've got, I'm not putting them in random order, I'm afraid, is I have, let me move this out of the way. I have the Hourglass dim lighting, ambient lighting powder in dim light. I've used it once or twice. If I've got very glowy foundation or BB cream, I generally don't need that to add extra glow. So I have been a bit economical using this, but it's very good if your face is quite powdered, because if it looks a bit flat, you think, well, should I put powder on? But it's actually a baked cream, so it can give a bit of dimension to skin. So in any of the shades, but I do particularly love the dim light because it is not the most brightening of shades. You can get if it's ethereal light, but I love this tone because it's still a light colour. You see it's a bit peachy. I love that. So I still have quite a long way to go with that one, and I won't be mad if I don't get it finished. Then I have Too Faced Love Light, and the shade is Blinded by the Light, and I'm hoping to get that flat. Can you see it's nearly, but there is still a bit of a mound left. So I'm using this. It's on. I've got it on today, and I alternate it with another powder that I want to get some use out of. But this is very nice. It's there and on the top of my cheekbones. So yeah, I won't be mad again if I have this at the end of the year, but I do enjoy using it, and it is old. Then I have by Terry and Compact Expert Dual Powder number 7 Sun Desire. So this is a blush, and it is a pink beige is how I would best describe it. Now last time I think I said, I mean obviously for quite a while there's been a pinprick in the highlighted sort of tone of a topper, and I think I may have said last time there was some pan, but it couldn't be seen. Can you see it now? It's there. It's there. So there's quite a lot of pan, and it's so thin now. I've hit the pan all the way around. So this may last either all of July, and it might be empty by the next one, but possibly it'll be still in use into August. At the moment, you can't really tell, but I've got it on the perimeter of my face as well as on the cheeks. And it is a lovely, lovely powder. But this is a mini that I got in a gift set. Then I have Rowan, and this is Disco Eyes, which is an eye topper. A lot of people do like this one. I got this in a beauty advent calendar, and I've got it on today with a glitter glue. I bought a glitter glue, and I can't say it's done anything. I'll have to try it a few more times, I think, because I've just used it for the first time today. But I can see that the pan is expanding. And it's nice without, it hasn't got in the eye or anything like that. There's no chunk, no dropping, so it's worked well. Then I have a Precisely My Brow Pencil by shade number 3 by Benefit, and I had that out last time. Now I only had a little nub left, and I've got 1 or 2 uses. That's what I had from last time. Used it up, and then it went into my empties. And then I've replaced it with an item I got recently in a latest in beauty, and that's because I normally try and use them up in day order, but the Wonder Brow, when I tested it, was quite dry, and I've had to throw other pencils that have gone really dry because I don't like anything scraping my skin. So I'll show you here. It is a blonde. Now, what it isn't showing up here, because the camera has got quite a blue tone, is it's quite orange on my brows. So I have been able to use it, but by gosh, it's quite orange in real life. So it's better for someone with red hair, though it's listed as a blonde. So I'll show you where I'm up to, because I have put it in not long after the last video. So I'll show you Wonder Brow. There it is. Wonder. So it started off there, and I've used quite a bit. So I've used quite a few mil, maybe 3 mil. And because I have to use quite a lot to get it to stick. It's not the best at sticking on the skin, I'm afraid. Then I have an eyeshadow which uses a base before I put any other makeup onto the eye, and this is where it is. So I haven't got, the pan has got really, really big, and it's worked its way down there as well. So yeah, I've got a few months left, and hopefully this will be finished off this year. As you can see, that's where I'm up to. So I'm really pleased with that. It's a lovely base. It's like a pinky, a little hint of pink in the off-white. Then I have my eyeliner. Now I had a little bit left, and unfortunately, it was by Daniel Sandler. Loved it. I have lost the container. I don't know where it went. So I've looked high and low, can't find it. So that was near the end. I did show you last time, and so I've put in instead an Ico Black Magic Cocoa Edit. So this is a really creamy pencil, like the Daniel Sandler. It's a wind-up pencil, and that's what I've got. So I've got a lot. The only pity is it's quite a reddish brown. It's not a neutral tone brown. I prefer a neutral, but it is really, really reddish in shade. So I've got where I'm up to. So what I've done on here is I've marked, where's the Ico one? I've marked where the plastic would be, and that is the length of the actual colour. So I started off there, I'm now there. So I've got a lot to go. I don't know if I'll finish it this year, but because I will be using others as well. But it is nice. You can't really, it doesn't really show that well on there, but it is quite a reddish tone, is what I will say. Then for lipsticks, I have an Estee Lauder one, and this one is it Pink Candy? And I got this free with a gift with purchase. Oh, Candy Shimmer. And I've used quite a lot of it. It's going to be difficult to get the measure on here. Estee Lauder lipstick. Right. That's the end of the plastic. That's where I started. And I have used quite a lot last time. So I've either got a month or 2 months left if I use it all the time. But I will be using other colours. Like today, I've got another Estee Lauder one on. And if you can see, that's where it ends. That's where the plastic hits. It's gone a bit wonky, but I've continued to use it. The shade is there. So it's a frosted pink, which is quite 80s. Very, very soft on the lips, though. And it stays quite well. So I do enjoy that one. And it's the Estee Lauder tends to have quite a perfume, not a very pleasant perfume taste on the lipstick. But that one isn't bad at all. Then I've got Stila Brigitte tint balm thing, and that's where it is. It is messy if I line it up against the paper, so I'm not going to do it. I have done it to mark it off, but where I am with Stila is that's the bottom, that's where the plastic is, and that's where it was last time. So I've used quite a bit of it. It's all very slow going, but I've managed to use a bit, and I think I have. It probably will take, to the end of the year because it's such a hard waxy balm. So these were very good value when they were made because, like I say, you could use it nearly every day for a year, and I was using it several times a day. So and you wouldn't need to because really it stays on for hours and then it just wears off very gracefully. So and then I have a lip gloss. It's called D6 and it's by Makeup Forever Lab Shine series. I'm not sure they have the Lab Shine. Now all there is left is that which sticks to the outside. I've had it upside down trying to collect and it's got a lovely sparkle. You see the sparkles in it. But basically I've got all out all that I can. That's what it's like there. And it was really nice, but it's come to its end. So I'm calling that empty. And I'm putting in instead a brand new one I've not used yet by Patrick Tarr. And it's called She's Confident. I think she's independent. She's independent. So I've put a little bit on there. And it's quite a cool taupey colour. And to be honest, it seems to be very similar in camera to how it is in real life, in daylight. So I'm going to enjoy using this particularly over summer and into autumn. So I'm really looking forward to trying this one out. But it seems quite creamy, but quite pigmented. And then finally, I have an Aromatherapy Associates Deep Relax Ball. Now this was where it was last time, and I've used quite a bit, and that's because I spent a lot of time resting and I've been using this quite a lot. So I've probably got a couple of months left, but I have plenty of these. Every time I either buy anything from Aromatherapy Associates or in advent calendars, these are very, very or beauty boxes, these come up quite a lot, and they are very, very nice. I'm not sure how much different they are to the oils that I use for the bath, but you can't really access them because it has got the crimped roll-up ball top. But I bet you it is quite similar to the bathing one. But it's nice enough. It's got a combination of fragrances. The only thing with Deep Relax, it seems to have, well as rosemary, a bit of lavender. I could be wrong. I'm not keen on that scent or something that smells like that. But I'm able to use it. It didn't send me to sleep. Didn't particularly relax me. I have medication to do that, to relax my muscles. But for many people, it may be something they really like. There's other fragrances I prefer. In fact, there's one newish one called Forest, which I really, really love. So yeah, nearly finished that. Another couple of months, and then that'll be finished, I hope. So they're all the items that I've managed to use up. And do I think this? I don't know that any will be rolled out by next time. I don't think so. I can't see any near it except possibly this. I'm not sure, but I don't think anything else will because a lot of new ones. Can I say thank you very much for watching, because I do appreciate your time is valuable. Hopefully I shall see you in another video, but otherwise take care of yourselves and bye for now.